Have you ever wondered why some people live not just long lives, but joyful, energetic, and fulfilling ones well into their 90s and beyond? Why do some seniors seem to wake up every day with a spark in their eye, a spring in their step, and a heart full of gratitude? I used to wonder the same thing. Then, one day, I started asking questions, listening to stories, and paying close attention to the elders who had not only survived the years, but had truly thrived in them. When I was a boy, I remember an old man who lived down the road from us. His name was Mr. Whitmore. He was over 90, but you'd never guess it by the way he carried himself. He was up before the rooster crowed, always wearing a smile, always busy with something meaningful. It puzzled me back then. How could someone that old have so much life in him? As I grew older, I realized Mr. Whitmore had secrets. Not the kind you guard under lock and key, but simple truths woven into his daily life. Especially his mornings. That's what made the difference. His mornings were not rushed or wasted. They were sacred, intentional. You see, mornings set the tone for the entire day. They build the foundation for how you feel, how you think, and how you interact with the world. And when you stack enough good mornings together, you start stacking good years together too. Today, I want to share with you what I've learned from wise souls like Mr. Whitmore, and from many others I've met along the way. Their lives whisper the same message. The way you greet the morning matters more than you think. But before we dive deeper, if you find value in stories like this, and you believe in living your golden years with purpose and joy, I invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel, Glowing Age. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us continue bringing you inspiring and practical wisdom for a vibrant life. Now, let me take you back to a morning I spent with another remarkable elder. Her name was Miss Clara. She was 94, sharp as a tack and full of laughter. I visited her one crisp spring morning. The sun was just peeking over the hills, and Miss Clara was already on her porch, a steaming mug of tea in her hand and a journal resting on her lap. She greeted me warmly and said, "Come sit, child. Mornings are too precious to waste indoors." As we sat together, she shared with me something that I carry to this day. She said, "Each morning is like a fresh page. What you write on it sets the story for your whole day." Miss Clara's mornings always began with gratitude. She didn't just think about what she was thankful for, she spoke it out loud. She gave thanks for her strong heart, her family, the birds singing in the trees, even the creak in her knees, because it meant she was still alive to feel it. There was power in that. It wasn't magic, it was mindfulness. And it shifted the way she saw everything else in her day. Troubles didn't seem as heavy. Joys seemed brighter. Her relationships were richer. That simple act of gratitude first thing in the morning laid the groundwork for a day filled with purpose. I started doing the same thing. At first, it felt awkward. I'd sit there mumbling thanks for my morning coffee or my warm socks. But over time, it became a sacred moment. A quiet conversation between me and the life I've been blessed to live. Mr. Whitmore, too, had his morning rituals. Long before breakfast, he would take a slow, deliberate walk around his garden. It wasn't about exercise, though it certainly helped. It was about greeting the day, breathing in the cool morning air, feeling the soil beneath his feet, and witnessing the world waking up. When I asked him once why he did it, he smiled and said, "Son, if you don't meet the morning with your own 2 hands and your own 2 feet, it'll slip right by you, and you won't even know what you've lost." Those words stuck with me. You see, as we age, our bodies may slow down, but our spirits don't have to. The elders who live vibrantly know this. They honor their mornings. They move their bodies gently, breathe deeply, feed themselves well, and set intentions for their days. They don't rush, they don't dread, they embrace. Think about your own mornings. Are they filled with noise, rush, and distractions, or are they quiet moments of power and peace? It's never too late to shift the balance. There's another habit I noticed among these wise elders: hydration. As simple as it sounds, starting the morning with a glass of water does wonders. Miss Clara used to say, "A dry tree doesn't bloom, neither does a dry body." And she'd smile that mischievous smile of hers while downing her glass of lemon water. Breathing deeply, stretching gently, nourishing the body, stepping into the light of a new day. These are not grand, complicated rituals. They are small, steady acts of self-respect. They are reminders that our bodies and spirits are still very much alive, no matter the years behind us. I remember another elder, Mr. Benson. He had a habit of setting a single, simple goal every morning. It could be something as small as calling an old friend, planting a few seeds in his garden, or writing a letter. He told me, "A day without purpose is like a boat without a rudder. It might float, but it won't go anywhere worth reaching." Purpose, gratitude, movement, nourishment, light, breath. These aren't just habits. They are the building blocks of a life well lived, no matter your age. When I think back on the many mornings I spent with these wise souls, I realize they weren't just teaching me how to have a good morning. They were teaching me how to have a good life. One morning at a time. And you, dear friend, you have that same opportunity. Tomorrow morning, when the sun peeks over the horizon and the world is still quiet, take a moment. Breathe deeply. Give thanks, stretch your body, drink some water, step into the sunlight, set an intention. These small steps might not seem like much at first, but string them together day after day and you will build something extraordinary. A life filled with energy, hope, resilience, and joy. Your mornings are precious. They are the doorway to your days, and your days are the building blocks of your years. Make them count. Start tomorrow. Start now. Mornings hold a kind of quiet magic, a stillness you can't find at any other time of the day. Before the world stirs and the rush begins, there's a peaceful invitation waiting for you. It's the kind of invitation that, if accepted, can change the way you live. When I was a young man, I used to think mornings were just a hurdle to get over. Get up, rush out, start the grind. But as the years stretched out behind me and my hair turned silver, I began to see mornings differently. They aren't obstacles. They're opportunities. One chilly fall morning, I sat with an old neighbor of mine, Mr. Andrews. He was a retired schoolteacher, sharp-witted and kind. At 91 years old, he had the energy of a man half his age. We sat on his porch, watching the mist lift off the fields. He told me, "Son, how you spend your first hour sets the rhythm for the music of your day. Start off key and you'll be scrambling to find your tune. Start with intention and everything falls into place." I never forgot that. Mornings matter because they shape your mind and body before the world has a chance to pile its noise and worries on you. When you claim your morning, you claim your day. You aren't just reacting to life, you are creating it. Research backs up what these wise souls have known intuitively for decades. Studies show that people who establish positive morning routines have lower stress levels, better heart health, sharper memories, and even longer lives. It's not just coincidence, it's cause and effect. There's something about the early hours that invites clarity. You can think your own thoughts, hear your own heartbeat, dream your own dreams. There's no rush, no demands, just a wide-open space to set the direction of your ship. I remember visiting Miss Lillian, a 95-year-old woman who lived on the edge of town. Her house was filled with plants, books, and the sweet scent of baking bread. She once said to me, "The morning sun is a kind listener. It'll hear all your worries if you speak them aloud. And when you're done, it'll still shine on you just the same." Her routine was simple but sacred. She'd sit by her kitchen window, sip her tea slowly, and write one kind sentence to herself in a little notebook. Not a list of chores. Not a list of complaints. Just one small kindness to start the day. That's the power of a morning. It's a gift you give yourself. A moment to breathe, to connect, to remember who you are before the demands of the day try to make you forget. Many people think they don't have time for mornings like this. They think they're too busy or too tired. But the truth is, you don't need hours, you just need intention. Even 5 minutes spent in peace can ripple out and make the whole day feel different. Take a moment to think about your mornings. Are they hurried, cluttered, filled with distractions? Or are they calm, deliberate, and filled with purpose? The choice is always yours. Mr. Whitmore used to say, "If you let the world write your morning, it'll scribble all over your whole day." He chose to write his own morning story instead. A little gratitude, a walk among his roses, a quiet breakfast without the blaring news in the background. And you can too. Imagine waking up and feeling excited for the day ahead. Imagine moving through your morning with grace instead of haste. Imagine laying your head down at night feeling satisfied instead of drained. It starts with the morning. It starts with the way you greet the sun. I've seen it in my own life. When I began treating my mornings with respect, everything changed. My energy grew steadier. My thoughts grew clearer. My heart grew lighter. And it wasn't because of any fancy routine or expensive gadget. It was because I decided to be present, to be intentional. To start my day the way a craftsman starts his masterpiece, with care, patience, and vision. Your morning is your canvas. Every sunrise gives you fresh colors to paint your day. You have the brush, you have the colors. All you need is to decide what picture you want to create. So tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes and the light spills into your room, remember this: you have a choice. Rush through it or honor it. Waste it or weave it into something beautiful. Choose beauty, choose purpose. Choose to live these golden years glowing from the very first moment of the day. You deserve it. Now let's step into the heart of the matter. The real, lived-in habits that have helped so many wonderful souls live not just longer lives, but richer ones too. I've seen these habits woven through the mornings of every wise elder I've had the blessing to know. Each one simple, each one powerful. The first habit is waking up with gratitude, not just thinking a thankful thought in passing, but really feeling it. Mr. Whitmore used to swing his legs over the side of the bed, sit still for a moment, and whisper 3 things he was grateful for. Sometimes it was big things. I'm grateful for my good health. Sometimes it was small. I'm grateful for the sound of the morning birds. Gratitude is like watering the roots of a tree. It doesn't show up immediately, but over time it grows a life that's strong and beautiful. The second habit is drinking a full glass of water first thing. Miss Clara would always chuckle and say, "Your body's been working all night. The least you can do is give it a drink." Hydration isn't flashy. It doesn't grab headlines, but it's a quiet hero in every story of vibrant aging. Water wakes up your organs, clears your mind, and sets a tone of care and nourishment for the hours ahead. The third habit is gentle movement. Every elder I've admired had some form of morning stretch or movement. It wasn't about breaking a sweat. It was about waking up the body with kindness. Mr. Benson, for example, loved to do simple Tai Chi in his backyard. Even when his knees got stiff with age, he adapted the movements to fit his body. He said it kept his joints oiled and his spirit calm. The fourth habit is mindful breathing or quiet meditation. I remember visiting Miss Lillian one foggy morning. She was sitting by her window, eyes closed, simply breathing. No music, no apps, no fancy techniques. Just deep, full breaths. She told me, "Breathing reminds me I'm alive. It reminds me I'm still part of the great, beautiful world." Taking 5 minutes to breathe deeply grounds your mind and lowers your stress before it ever has a chance to rise. The fifth habit is having a nourishing breakfast. I remember how Miss Clara would make her oatmeal every morning, stirring in berries and walnuts. She'd smile and say, "This is my morning fuel, not just for my body, but for my spirit too." A good breakfast isn't about following the latest trend. It's about feeding yourself foods that are close to the earth, rich in nutrients, and gentle on your system. It's an act of respect for the body that's carried you through the decades. The sixth habit is connecting with purpose. This one surprised me when I first noticed it. It could be a prayer, a journal entry, a list of 3 goals for the day, or even calling a loved one. Mr. Andrews used to write 1 letter every morning, sometimes to a friend, sometimes to himself. Purpose isn't always a grand mission. Sometimes it's just deciding to add a little goodness to the day. And finally, the 7th habit is stepping outside. Rain or shine, cold or warm, the elders I knew made it a point to greet the day outside. Miss Lillian once said, "There's a medicine in the morning air that no doctor can bottle." Getting natural light early in the day helps regulate your sleep, lifts your mood, and fills you with a sense of connection to the wider world. 7 simple habits: gratitude, hydration, movement, breathing, nourishment, purpose, light. Each one is a thread. On their own, they're strong. Woven together, they create a morning full of strength, beauty, and hope. A morning that leads to a day well lived. A day that leads to a life well loved. You don't have to do them all at once. Start with one. Pick the one that speaks to your heart. Make it your own. Let it become part of your morning story. And when you're ready, add another, and another. Until one day you realize you're not just going through the morning, you're growing through it. That's the real secret the 90-year-olds hold. Not magic, not luck. Just quiet, steadfast devotion to the small things that matter most. And now, dear friend, those secrets are yours too. Now you might be wondering, why do these simple habits matter so much? Why do these small, almost ordinary acts make such an extraordinary difference in the lives of those who practice them? The answer, my friend, is that our lives are not made up of grand moments. They are built, day by day from the little things we do without even thinking. And it's the quality of those little things that decides the quality of our lives. Let's start with gratitude. Scientists today can measure what our wise elders always knew by heart. Gratitude changes the brain. It actually lights up the parts of the mind that bring feelings of happiness, peace, and connection. People who practice daily gratitude are less likely to suffer from depression and more likely to sleep better and live longer. A simple thank you each morning isn't just good manners, it's medicine for the soul. And what about hydration? You see, our bodies are mostly water. During the night, as we sleep, we lose a lot of it through breathing and simply being alive. A glass of water first thing in the morning helps to kickstart every system we depend on: the brain, the heart, the muscles. It's like putting oil in a car before you turn the key. No wonder the elders who honored this habit moved with more energy and thought with more clarity. Gentle movement may seem small, but it carries mighty results. Stretching the body after sleep gets the blood flowing, wakes up the muscles, and keeps the joints happy. It doesn't have to be complicated. Even a few slow stretches can improve balance, protect against falls, and ease stiffness. Movement in the morning tells your body, we are still alive, still moving forward. Mindful breathing and meditation offer another quiet treasure. In a world full of noise, taking a few minutes to sit quietly and breathe helps settle the mind. It lowers stress hormones, steadies the heart, and improves focus. Elders like Miss Lillian knew this by experience, long before any study put it in fancy terms. They knew that a quiet mind in the morning creates a strong heart for the day. Nourishing the body with a good breakfast is not just about filling the stomach. It's about fueling the body with what it truly needs. A breakfast rich in fiber, healthy fats, and real, wholesome ingredients gives the body energy that lasts. It stabilizes blood sugar, supports a sharp mind, and helps prevent the slow drain of energy that can wear a person down. And then there's purpose. Having a reason to get up in the morning is as important as any food or exercise. A small goal, a small act of kindness, even a note to a friend, these acts give life meaning. They light up something deep inside us that says, I matter, I still have something to give. Finally, the light. The soft morning sun tells our bodies it's time to wake up, time to live. Morning light helps balance hormones, lift moods, and regulate the sleep-wake cycle. It's nature's own clock, and those who honor it often find their days brighter and their nights more restful. These habits work because they honor the way we were created to live, with rhythm, with gratitude, with movement and rest, with nourishment and connection. Every elder who lived vibrantly into their 90s and beyond showed me the same truth in different ways. Greatness is built in the simple, steady honoring of each morning. So when you stretch your arms wide to greet the day, when you sip that glass of water, when you give thanks for one more sunrise, know that you are building a foundation. A foundation strong enough to carry you through all the days to come. It's not about chasing youth, it's about embracing life, fully, kindly, purposefully. Each habit is a stepping stone across the river of life. Step by step, day by day, you move closer to a life glowing with meaning, no matter your age. This, dear friend, is why these habits matter so very much. Maybe right now you're feeling inspired. Maybe you're thinking about your own mornings, wondering where you might begin. Let me tell you something from the heart: you don't have to change everything overnight. You don't have to wake up tomorrow and have the perfect morning. That's not the point. The real beauty, the real power lies in small beginnings. Pick just one habit, one tiny step. Maybe tomorrow morning, before you reach for your coffee or turn on the news, you sit quietly for 1 minute and name 3 things you're grateful for. Just 1 minute, just 3 simple thanks. Or maybe you start by placing a glass of water on your nightstand tonight, so it's waiting for you in the morning. A silent invitation to nourish yourself before anything else demands your attention. Maybe you stand by the window for a moment, letting the light kiss your face, breathing deeply, stretching your arms toward the sky. Start small, start kind, start real. That's how the elders I admire did it, not by force, not by guilt, but by choosing again and again to greet the morning with love. And here's the wonderful truth: every time you choose to honor your morning, you are honoring yourself. You are telling your heart, your mind, your body, I matter. My life matters. You deserve mornings that lift you up. You deserve days filled with energy, peace, and quiet joy. You deserve to feel strong and capable at every age. And I want you to know you're not alone on this journey. If you found a spark of hope or encouragement here today, I would be honored if you'd take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Glowing Age. It helps us grow this community of beautiful souls who believe that our golden years can shine brighter than ever before. More importantly, it keeps you connected to a steady stream of wisdom, practical tips, and stories that remind you the best is yet to come. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, which morning habit are you excited to try first? What small change will you make tomorrow to honor the gift of a brand new day? Your words might inspire someone else. Your story might be the encouragement another heart needs. And remember, friend, no step is too small. No effort is wasted. Every time you choose presence over rush, gratitude over worry, kindness over criticism, you are building a beautiful life. Brick by brick, morning by morning. You've got this. I believe in you. As we close today, I want you to take a deep breath and imagine something with me. Picture yourself 1 year from now. It's early morning. The sun is just beginning to rise, spilling golden light across your home. You feel strong. You feel at peace. Your heart is full of quiet joy. You've built a morning rhythm that nourishes you, a simple, beautiful ceremony that reminds you every day. You are alive, you are blessed, you are thriving. Imagine the strength in your step, the ease in your smile, the lightness in your spirit, and it all began with small choices. One morning at a time, one breath at a time. You don't have to wait for some perfect moment to begin. The perfect moment is right now. The gift of life is right now. You see, it's not about becoming someone new. It's about becoming even more yourself. The true, radiant, wise self that has always been there, just waiting to be honored. Our elders, the ones who lived vibrant, glowing lives deep into their 90s and beyond, knew this secret. They knew that a good life isn't something that happens to you. It's something you build with your own 2 hands, your own 2 feet, your own beating heart. And you, dear friend, have all the tools you need already inside you. So tomorrow morning, when you rise and greet the day, remember this. You are not just beginning another day. You are creating a masterpiece, one small stroke at a time. Live it with care. Live it with joy. Live it with purpose. And know deep in your bones that every morning holds the power to renew, to heal, and to bring more beauty into your life than you can imagine. Thank you for spending these moments with me. Thank you for believing in yourself. Thank you for carrying the light of your life forward. This is Glowing Age, and I am so proud to walk this golden path with you. Until next time, may your mornings be bright, your days be full, and your heart be forever young.